And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. As we move into this Friday morning, isn't it great the weekend's here?
It is. I'm always glad to see Friday.
Woo-woo. You get to relax, sleep. How late do you sleep on a weekend? Because I've never asked you that.
Look, I'm usually up by 7 o'clock on the weekends.
Oh, you mean at night?
No, 7 o'clock in the morning. I have to get up, and I like to get my coffee and everything while everybody else is still in the bed. I got some peace and quiet.
But I honestly know people that'll lay around in the bed to almost noon.
I can't do it.
If I stay in bed past 8, my back hurts.
Me too. I feel like I've had a hangover or something. I mean, I can't sleep past like a 7 o'clock. Maybe 7:30 is pushing it. But
so you people that do that with your little bunny shoes that show up at Wally World, still in your jammies, I don't know how you do it. So do you do that? Because Angie always told me never to leave the house dressed like that.
I don't leave the house unless I'm dressed. My kids make fun because I'm always that mama that goes, don't you just want to put on just a little bit of lipstick? Or don't you just put a little bit of makeup on? You know, because my girls are total opposites from me. I mean, I've always been like this. Since junior high school, probably elementary.
Got to have it.
I got to fix up. I'm just like that. I feel better about myself when I do.
Now, I have been in the yard. I'm not going to lie. Dirty. Got to have something right then. You're working on something. You got to go as you are to get what you need.
Yeah.
But there's...
I go in and shower and change clothes before I go anyway. That's just me. I wish I wasn't like that. I wish I was a little more laid back. But I grew up, and my mama, the first thing she did was go put her makeup on in the morning. Like, she wouldn't have went to the mailbox without makeup on.
So what about your husband? Will he go if he's working on something? You got to have the car go.
Now he'll go, but guys usually are like that.
Because there was one day I looked pretty ratty. I'm not gonna lie, I had to have it. I was digging with a shovel, had mud.
I guess I'm always thinking, what if I run into a customer, or what if I run into somebody? I don't want to be looking like. Now I will throw my hair in a ponytail and go.
What was that old saying your mama used to say? I always wear clean underwear in case you're in a wreck. You don't want to be in a wreck looking with bad hair.
My mama, she was my mama. She said, I always put some clean step-ins. That's what she called them, step-ins. Step-ins. She was she was just like that, though. She was real
funny.
proper.
Coming up, we've got your local news and also some national headlines of what's going on around the country this morning. And also, we'll tell you about that chance of rain this afternoon. That's next, coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Candace.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Well, the month of October always brings the ghost stories. Yeah, they're out there. We've got a local favorite. Dr. Alan Brown joins us to tell us about a book that he has coming out. And how are you doing, Doc?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
All right, you're going to be doing a book signing coming up this weekend. Get a little closer to the mic there where we can hear you a little bit better there.
Yeah, okay. Yes, this Saturday, October 24th, I will be signing copies of my book, Mississippi Legends and Lore. I'll be in the Books A Million at the Meridian Crossroads from 11 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. And love to have you come out and talk to me and look at my new book, look at some of my other books that will be on display there as well.
Now, of course, we featured you this month on the podcast, Secrets from the South. You've told us a lot of ghost stories. And your new book, what's the title of it?
Well, my new book is Mississippi Legends and Lore.
Now, that's a great book, talks about Mississippi, things that you probably don't know that exist in the state of Mississippi. It's really cool.
It was a lot of fun researching it.
Yeah. So if you'd like to know more about things like that, come on out this Saturday, visit with Dr. Alan Brown, and get an autographed copy of the book, learn a few things, and you get that insight from the author.
Yeah. Yeah, and my goal in writing these books is to educate and entertain at the same time. And I think you, when you read them, you won't feel like you've wasted your time just reading some silly, weird story or ghost story.
Yeah, so come out and do that. And, of course, you've got how many other books that they can choose from?
Well, I've written over 30, but at Books A Million, I think they've got maybe 6 of my books there.
Check it all out. Again, it's going to be at Bonita Lakes Crossing there at Books A Million here in Meridian, Mississippi from what times again?
From 11 a.m. until 1:30 p.m.
If you like a great ghost story and learn a little bit about the state, come see us. Dr. Alan Brown again this Saturday at Bonita Lakes Crossing. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply exit 151 right off I-20 has everything that you're looking for. If you need some mums for your home, they're on sale this week, $14.99. We're $22.99. Great on any type of plant that you're looking for the outdoors there at the nursery. Also, great boots to do your work in. We can take care of you when it comes to all of your hunting supplies. And we're going to focus on hunting for a lot here lately because that's what's coming up. As we get the Ameristep pop-up blinds, to any type of lure that you may need, scents, they've got those. Of course, deer feeders, you can get those gravity fed or you can get automated. Of course, these are the Moultrie, the latest with the built-in varmint guard. You can get the Sugar Beet Crush, also the Power Station. And somebody brought this up about going to soccer games the other day. Boy, these are handy if you're going to be out and about with kids playing soccer to keep warm in those stands as these nights start getting cool and those games run a little bit longer. And you can use them for deer hunting as well. Now, of course, they've got plenty of blocks, molasses. Also, when it comes to deer cameras, they've got the latest graded where they've got the automated that'll come to your phone or the standard SD card. Now, here's something new, and I'll post a video on this a little bit later. This is called the 360. Have you seen this? Yeah, the Blind Spot 360. You can set this up in your deer field. It will rotate 360 degrees while you're sitting there, and you can look at it on your phone and operate it from your phone for those blind spots that you can't see from where you're sitting. That's handy. You can put it, if you're in a bow stand, you can put it below you there where you can see behind you. Talk about eyes in the back of your head. It's perfect. I'll post a video on how this works a little bit later on today. And it's, again, available at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. If you hadn't got one of these, it's the latest, greatest. You'll love it. Also, all your seeds that you're going to be needing to make sure that you're planting the Southern Buck that has it all, to also getting ready to put your wheat, your ryegrass, and your oats. All of that's there, and taking care of those farm animals like they always have, from horse to cattle to hogs. They've got it from corn and on down. A complete line of guns with scopes and ammunition for whatever case you may be needing. That's the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. See them today. They'll be open tomorrow morning as well if you can't get by today before they close to handle all of your needs. Well, good morning. As we start our day, the National Weather Service is there to tell us what's happening as always. And we switch to this, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your forecast. We look at what today brings us. It looks as though we got some showers in the forecast, and we do. Patchy fog from time to time this morning, so it's not thick, but there could be some this morning. 40% chance of showers today, mainly after 4 o'clock. Otherwise, it'll be 85. So that's what we've got expected there, some showers heavier in these areas here. As we move forward, we see that this tropical storm outlook, Epsom, is out of the way. There is a 30% chance of this developing here. Regardless, it's going to bring rain here to South Florida at some point. It's 30 and then a possibility over the next 5 days, I think a 40% of it developing into something. We'll watch that closely as it begins there. Nothing major at this point, but it does bring rain with it as well. We still see that these temperatures are still holding steady as a little bit above average here for us. So temps, we're still looking at later of next week, that first week of November before temps start going down. All right, let's turn to radar this morning and look at our storm prediction first as we pull up radar here. We see that our area, there is a chance of showers and activities here, but it doesn't, the heavier stuff is going to be toward Memphis, Nashville, and Louisville. So our friends that are up here in Murfreesboro and these areas here, you've got a slight chance that watch in every day from this area here. Indianapolis, Detroit is the worst of what today is. But Mississippi here, we do have that chance of getting some rain here. So we'll watch this today. Hopefully we will get a little bit of rain out to our extreme northwest here. We're showing showers over here this morning that are a little bit severe. Let's turn this off where you can actually see that a little bit better there. Around Dallas, if you're going to be in that direction, storms coming through Denton, Texas, y'all be ready. And this will probably come across here, and this will be some of the rain that we'll get. Again, we'll watch that closely. That's what we've got in store. So what does the I didn't mean to do that. What does the rest of the forecast call for today? Well, as we said today, it's going to be warm. 85 for that high. We do have that 40% chance of showers after 4 o'clock today. Patchy fog possibly early tonight. Continued 40% chance of rain. 65 for our low. Now tomorrow we'll again get a chance of fog early with only a 20% chance of showers. 77 doesn't quite go into the 80s, but still warm. 59 for our low tomorrow night as Sunday rolls in 81. And then by Monday, as we go back to work, we're looking at a warm day, 84 for that high. That's a quick look at what we've got going on with the weather this morning. Very active there, a lot going on with it. As we turn to take a look what's going on out in Collinsville, always something at the Pig. Have you been lately? Well, Joe's got some deals this week. This will be good to next week. Onions, yellow onions, you can get those for $1 for a 3-pound bag. You can also get those bacon potatoes, 39 cents. Sweet potatoes, if you've got a sweet tooth for that, 59 cents per pound there at the Pig. You can also get the cornmeal, or you can get the self-rising flour, the Piggly Wiggly brand, the 5-pound bag for $1.59. 5-pound bag, if I said that kind of odd there. You can also get the saltine crackers, 89 cents a box. That's a deal. Also, Coca-Cola products, the 6-pack, 4 for $9. You can get the Mosby sausage for $16.99. That's for a 5-pound bag. A 5-pound bag. I'm having trouble with 5s this morning, aren't I? But sausage is great. See them; they'll take care of you there. The Boston pork butts, $1.19 a pound. You can get the boneless pork loin for $1.39 a pound. Something you'll need this weekend. And of course, ice cream, the Mayfield brand, the 48-ounce box, 2 for $5. Drinking water, still 4 of these for $10. That's the spring or purified water at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Drop in and see them today. Great folks. They'll help you in any way they can there at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. See them today.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
And welcome back with Scotty, Ray, and Candace on this Friday morning as we get the day rolling. You're ready for all this?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You got a bunch of haircuts you got to do today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty busy today, but I'm so glad it's the end of the week. I don't work on Saturdays, so.
Free weekend?
Free weekend,
Do
yeah.
what you want?
Well, actually, we'll have soccer tournaments on Saturday, so. My son, my oldest son, he's playing for West Lauderdale, so we have a soccer tournament. And
don't some of those get cold? Don't they go on into the...
Oh, yeah. One of those little buddy heaters that you can take hunting.
How did you
that's
know
the
I
best,
was going to say that?
Because those things are ideal for that. I mean, you can put that on the bleachers or right in front of you and throw a blanket over you. And it's good. I mean, or just put it right in front of you because you don't want to catch nothing on fire. But yeah, you get cold for sure.
Absolutely.
And we've been stuck in the rain before when my daughter played. I mean, we had like a monsoon one time, and we had one of those tents to get under, and I felt so sorry for the players because the ball was like waterlogged. It wouldn't even kick, you know.
When Dylan, Ray, and Madison came along, soccer was not, like when you were in school, that was not anything that you even heard of.
Girls, when I was in school, all we had really was basketball, softball, and basically I think that was it. And cheerleading, I was a cheerleader, but I loved cheering back then and stuff, but I wish I'd have done something a little more, I wish I'd have done softball or basketball or something. I don't have the height really to play basketball,
but you wish you'd have done more sports.
Yeah, because I like athletics and stuff like that. So
go ahead, girl. Well, as we start looking at news stories this morning, Jackson, Mississippi, because this has been one of the things. It's limited. Like if you go to the Marine Airport, you can only go. It was to Chicago for a while. Used to go to Dallas. I'm not sure what it does now. But Jackson got into an argument not long ago, a couple of years back. Maybe it was 2014. Oops, been a few years. And JetBlue backed out. Southwest Airlines backed out. They're coming back to Jackson, so this will be easier on everybody that needs to take a flight to all these different cities that's coming back to Jackson.
That's good.
They haven't announced when it will start, but it will be in 2021.
I'm not a big flyer, so I have flown. It's not my favorite thing.
Look, I'm telling you, when you land in Atlanta, Georgia, and they throw you off,
Oh, I
You
know.
better be looking where you got to go.
Yeah, I've been in Atlanta, and I was scared to death because I was so scared. Anytime I've ever flown, I'm always scared I'm going to miss my flight.
Well, yeah.
Like I'm not going to get to the gate soon enough that I got to get to. And,
Well, they'll put you on one of those trains that you have to take to go to the other thing, and you have 30 minutes, and it's everything that you can to get there.
I know. Thank goodness I had somebody that had flown a lot that I was seated by, and they helped me get where I was supposed to be going. They'd been there before, but yes, it makes me nervous. But I tell you, I've never been as scared as when I flew from Dallas to Wichita Falls, Texas one time, and there was duct tape. I'm not kidding, on the window casing.
In the plane?
In the plane.
There
Like
you go.
duct tape. And so if that don't scare you, and there were 6 seats in the whole plane.
Would you fly with chickens or something?
No, actually it was from Wichita Falls back to Dallas that was where the duct tape was on there, because it was just a little plane,
Yeah.
going from it. I do not like flying.
I flew a little plane out of, where was it? Corpus Christi, Texas, back to, I can't remember if it stopped in Dallas or if it came straight to Jackson, but I done that one time, and it was small.
Yeah. Now
You flew a
Dallas
lot.
is another big airport, though.
Yeah,
It's
Dallas,
another
they
big
mean
one.
business.
Yeah.
So if
But
you're
I'm
headed
glad
over there,
I'm glad they're bringing that back, though.
it's helpful now because you're not wore out. You can leave here and be in Dallas in an hour.
Yeah. When
Or Houston.
my oldest daughter, when she joined the military, she had to get out because she had an injured knee. But when she joined and we sent her to basic training, she left from Jackson. That's a pretty big airport,
Jackson's calm though. You
Yeah.
can go in there and do what you want. You won't get run over in there. You
Yeah.
go to these
Yeah.
other places. Whoo! In other news stories, you hate to see these things happen, and they haven't released a whole lot of details on this. But a Mississippi court judge was murdered, and it's an assumption, I think, that maybe her son done it. He was killed when police came up. He charged them with a butcher knife of some sort,
Yeah.
a knife, and
That's horrible.
she was found. That's sad.
I mean,
So,
you got to think that something's not mentally right with somebody that kills their own parent.
Family member,
or,
yeah.
or kills anybody for that matter, but when it's a family member.
horrible situation, and the condolences
awful.
to her and her
Right.
family.
Yes.
Now, as we ever get closer, what do we got? I can't see the calendar from here over here, but we're sitting today, and then November the 3rd is the election. 10,
Maybe 11 or 12 days, maybe 11
something like
days.
that.
Yeah.
You're going to be voting on this. I don't know how you feel, what you think, but 300 police chiefs oppose Initiative 65, and that has to do with the medical marijuana from Mississippi, correct?
It's supposed to, but from what I understand, a lot of people are thinking that it's not going to be so much for medical as it is because if they
Like
I mean,
free range dope smoking, is that
right. I mean, is it going to be for any marijuana or just medical?
And the medical, because you and I have talked about that before, I think there are instances where it can help somebody who has cancer. And,
It really. I've heard of it helping, but like, say you get pulled over and you've been smoking marijuana. I mean, what, are you gonna have a certificate that says?
well, you're supposed to. Like, I know people that have gone to these other states that do it, and it's really bogus as to what that you can call anybody and they'll give you a doctor's excuse to go buy it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's probably why they're concerned about
Yeah,
it.
and I
Because
understand that.
children could get. I mean, teenagers. I mean, they could get it.
But if you had a legitimate system that only the sick got it, I might would support that. But as far as just dope smoking, free range dope smoke, we don't agree with that, do we?
No, I don't agree with it. And a lot of people go, it's just marijuana. It's just marijuana. Like, it's just a cigarette or something. It's not. It's a drug, okay? It's a drug.
Actually, it does.
And it alters you in some kind of way. It's a drug. So I don't agree with it.
And take a look, and I'm not running anybody down, but you take a look at the people who are hooked on it. Do they have a job? They still
Yeah.
live with their mama?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen people that it's just completely taken over their life.
Yeah.
They have to have that every day. And I just think you got a problem. I mean,
Cheech and Chong.
Right.
I mean, come on.
yeah. So
That's what they were all
hopefully,
about.
I hope, it'd be great if it was just for medical purposes and could help people, but we know that.
There needs to be, I hope, I don't know what the bill even says. Hopefully there's some restraints on that to
Yeah.
where it has to be. We'll see. But
Yeah.
apparently there's more to the story than we know.
Yeah, it is, I'm sure.
Another thing that's going to be on the ballot, and I bring this up, in the day of the election, we'll talk about this more and more, but the state flag is on the ballot. You either like it or you don't. Check yes or no. Yes is for it, no is against it. If you write anything in, your vote will not count. So
Right.
don't think by writing in the old flag is doing any good, because it won't.
And I don't know if there's anything to this, but I saw something on one of the social media sites that said if you have a mark on your ballot anywhere, if it's got a mark on it anywhere, they're not going to accept it. I don't know if that's true, but just make sure before you put it through the machine.
We need to ask Donna
There's
Jill, don't
no marks on it anywhere. So like somebody said, if they give you your ballot and they've like marked a check on it or something and hand it to you, they're like, you ask for another one. I don't know.
That's serious. That's a Donna Jill question.
That is. That's something that everybody needs to kind of check on, I guess,
Yeah.
because I don't know. You see all that kind of stuff, but who wants to take a chance? I mean,
Absolutely.
this is like very important. So,
Wear
I just
gloves.
ask. Right? Wear your mask. Wear your gloves.
But again, that is the flag that you're voting on. Either you like it, and it's been
Yeah.
referred to as the Magnolia flag. It's been referred to, and a lot of them want to call it the "In God We Trust" flag, thinking that will make it pass by calling it that.
I'm not fond of the
me either.
design myself,
It
but
just-
I don't like the yellow on it at all.
I read a thing, and I should have kept it up to where we could have read what the committee, what each thing stood for, and even that symbol right there where it says "In God We Trust." We now know in the state of Mississippi, laws don't protect anything. If they want to change something overnight and not tell you, they're
Yeah.
going to do it. So just because "In God We Trust" is there today does not mean 3 years from now that they get a little pressure on them from other states that
Oh,
go,
yeah.
"Oh, that's that state that has the
And
"In
we
God We
amended
Trust."
this. We amended this,
Yeah.
and then you put it.
They'll
you
get
know.
rid of it overnight and not let you vote on it.
Right.
Just thinking. All right, as we go to this next subject, I put this on Facebook yesterday and said, "What's your opinion of this? What went on with the Cyrus girl on the CMT award show? Look at this. I mean, is this acceptable in any kind of way?"
No, and this is just me as a mother. Her mother should have never allowed. I don't care how old she is.
She's 20.
You still have some input. She should have never allowed her to get up on stage for the world to see like that.
Now-
She looks like she ought to be working in a strip club to me.
Now I don't know if she can sing or not. I've never heard her because I can't watch the CMT Music Awards anymore because, well, it's not country.
yeah, it is. That is definitely not country. I'm sorry.
But,
she needs some jeans on. Or
Where
something.
where
As a
are
top.
we headed as a society of saying, that's okay, CMT, go ahead and do that?
Well, that just, like we've been talking about, it's just, that shows you right there where we are in the world right now.
Country music forever was something that you could always fall back on is what the heartbeat of America.
Yeah.
It is not the heartbeat of America anymore. It doesn't have the standards. There's not the love songs. It's not the guy, a common man. I drive a common van.
To me, that's that image right there is a slap in the face to all the older country stars that might have been in the audience. Can you imagine what they were thinking?
Oh, yeah.
I know men might think that's, a turn on. I don't know what they think, but I'm going to just tell you right now, that ain't professional looking.
No, it is not.
No, she looks like I said, she's a professional stripper or something, but.
That's what a man really thinks about that, if
Yeah.
you get down to it.
And it don't really matter what she sounds like because look at her.
Yeah.
You could have a great voice, but you think they're worried
That
about
takes
your
away.
voice.
Yeah.
Right.
They care less. So,
So.
at some point, somebody's got to say, CMT, that's it. I'm done.
Right.
Kind of like we've done with the NFL and the NBA and NASCAR and all the other stuff that
Yeah.
we've had to do. The only thing that speaks to these people are ratings and money. So take that for what it's worth. You do what you feel like you need to in America to stand up for what you want.
I'm glad
Now,
I didn't watch it.
I didn't realize these two had political opinions, but as we go to the great state of Texas, two of the cast members and one of the producers has gone out and raised money for Democrats in the state of Texas to try to take out Ted Cruz and all of those.
Yeah.
Um,
Here we go
that's-
again with these, movie stars.
What's his little name there? The little guy there?
What is his name?
He was George on the show.
Jason Alexander
Yeah.
is his name.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
it's
was
right there.
George on Seinfeld. But
Right there
yeah.
on the screen. Why
Yeah.
didn't I see it? Hello. But anyway, that's what they did over the weekend. So that's where we had some stories there going on nationally there.
Did you see the? I saw a clip of, we were just talking about stars saying they were going to leave the United States if Trump was elected again.
Tommy Lee was one of them, and there was somebody else recently, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy they had it on Fox or something. Some man was talking about he would chip in. He was like I think he was like a sheriff of some county or something.
I did see that news story. He
Like-
said,
he was
let
like,
me help.
Now, I can't do a lot, but I think I can give you $100. Buy you a ticket. Like we were saying, we'll help you pack.
That's right. If you go back and look at that video from 2016, from Tom Hanks to George Clooney. And
The View people.
Yeah,
What
all
was
of
it?
them were
Whoopi
leaving.
Goldberg. She said she was leaving.
And Nancy told us you can take it to the bank. That man will never be president.
Yeah.
Hello.
I know.
And we don't know what's coming up next week.
No, we don't. But I will say that I don't know of any president in the past before Trump who has done everything they said they were going to do.
He sure has tried.
I mean, really, I think he's pretty good, with the count of doing what he said he was going to do.
Only president in history ever not to receive a check that has given away 100% of what he made. $450,000 a year given to somebody.
Right. But they
Pretty
worried
impressive.
about $750, in taxes he paid. I don't know. I just think it's crazy. Everything's so backwards right now.
Yeah,
What they
CMT.
should be worrying about, they're not worrying about. And then what they don't need to be making a big deal about, they're blowing it out of proportion. So,
And coming
know.
up, is it next week that they'll be finally making that final vote on Judge Amy to the Supreme Court?
I think so. And I think pretty much it's a done deal, but I'd heard there was going to be some boycotting. And
Well, they did
yeah,
today,
yeah, all
yesterday.
that. Okay, yeah.
They didn't show up for the vote.
That's
They
ridiculous.
didn't need them.
I've kind of took a little bit of a break from
Well,
what,
you have to.
Because it consumes me. Like, I find myself just constantly watching the news, and then I make myself flip it to something else just to get that off my mind. 'Cause,
Going
I mean,
over to
it's-
Cozy TV there,
Yeah.
watching a little Andy and Bonnet woman. And,
Yeah.
so times were a lot simpler then.
I know. And I love that, we still have that to watch. We can
Thank
pull that
heavens.
up. And I would much rather my kids watch that. Than,
Did you ever watch when it was a TV show, Touched by an Angel? Did you ever watch that?
yeah, I did.
That was on the other morning when I was making a cup of coffee at 4 o'clock. It was on the back, and I thought, wow, I never watched that when it was on.
Oh, I watched it all the time.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I
Della
liked
Reese,
it.
was that her name?
She was really good in that, but I don't know. I just miss shows like that, like heartwarming shows. Everything is reality shows now, and
We had Michael Landon, Highway to Heaven.
yeah,
Him and the Dorito guy
Yeah.
that played Mr. Edwards on
yeah.
shows like
the
that.
other day we were talking about old shows, and I think we talked about the Bionic Woman and all that, and you brought up the Great American Hero.
Yeah.
I want you to know, I finally realized what the theme song, and I had
What
had
is
it
it?
in my head. Isn't it Believe It or Not?
Believe it or not.
I'm walking on air.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, I had it stuck in my head for like a week.
See, look at that.
Constantly. I'm thanks Scotty Ray for that.
Because they traveled around in a motorhome, if I remember right, and had this blob up front that beeped. And then he'd put on his little red suit.
Yeah. Yeah, and he would just, yeah. I mean, nowadays people would think that's so lame probably, but it was good.
Back in the
then.
day.
It was.
And who could forget the turkey scene from WKRP in Cincinnati?
I used to watch
thought
that too.
Turkeys
Yeah.
could fly.
I know.
So I take it you had a crush on Johnny Fever.
No, I did not.
Come on.
No.
Les?
No.
newsman?
I didn't have a crush on any of
Because
my-
Lonnie Anderson had it going on.
Yeah, Lonnie
Everybody-
Anderson, she was always pretty. I had not seen like a recent picture of her. She's still living, I guess.
Yes, she is. And then her and Bert, that thing. But, I don't know if she went to the plastic store or not.
Yeah. I would imagine she probably did, like the rest of them, but
A lot of them did. We'd like
Thanks,
to
sir.
thank you for joining us this morning and going down memory lane on a few of these things.
I know.
And we'll be back Monday morning with more details. Plus, don't forget Dr. Alan Brown will be out tomorrow at Bonita Lakes Mall, book signing for his books, his new book that is out. Make sure you go by between 11 and 1:30 there at Books A Million.
And then you say you have what? How many more podcasts with the
Yeah, we've
Ghost
got
stories?
another ghost story one coming up on the I think that's the 28th if I'm looking at it. Next Wednesday we have a new episode.
Okay.
We're on
I had to listen to that.
The Ghost Next Door Part 3 right now you can download, and a new one will be out next Wednesday
I love
heartwarming.
listening to stuff like that about
those
stuff
stories.
that's happened to people because, I told you a few things that's
Yeah.
happened. Oof.
We'll talk some more about those next week, too, some ghost stories.
Yeah.
That's all coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace. We'll take a quick look at your forecast next.
Hurricane season is here, and like most Mississippians, you know the drill. Organize a severe weather safety kit, know how to safely use a generator, and have a plan of action to keep your family safe if a hurricane threatens. And when outages do occur, you can now report and view current outages through our free smartphone app or website at emepa.com. Remember, when storms come in, be ready if the power goes out. East Mississippi Electric Power Association is your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
And of course, our broadcast, our weather being brought to you by EMEPA, always taking care of our folks locally. Great folks. If you ever need to call them, they're there. Of course, offering all that great stuff there on the internet to where you can log in and see where the power's out. If you've never used that, it's a handy thing. How many times has the power gone out and somebody goes, does EMEPA know? And you're trying to find the number. You can easily go to it on your phone right there on the website, and it's there. You'll like that. As we turn back to our forecast this morning, we do have our first chance of rain in, quite some time. A 40% chance of showers that will move in after 4 o'clock this afternoon. So it's we got some possibility of some early fog, and then the chance of rain, and continuing into tonight with a 40% chance of rain. Only a slight chance tomorrow. 20% chance, but we all have seen a 20% chance to where, it was heavy from time to time. Let's go back and take a look at our extended forecast here on radar of what we've got going on. As we see for today, we've got 40 to 50% chance of showers. By tomorrow, it's down to a 20% chance, and it'll be Tuesday and Thursday through here, this area here, where we start getting slight chances of rain next week, increasing to a 30% chance on Friday. A good chance today. The National Weather Service calling a 40% chance today. My radar system is giving us a 50% chance of rain today. So I tend to want to go with that there on the side of I think that's going to happen. As we saw earlier, as we get into the areas that are going to get rain, we definitely will do that. So a great looking day on there. We've got this rain out here, Denton, Texas, Dallas at this point, and some showers there south of Lake Charles there. That's going on this morning as we look at things. I was trying to think of what I hadn't looked at here in a while. Let's check on Louisiana, because I hadn't brought this up in a while of what's going on, and it looks as though they've got that fixed. Let's pull this up here. Power outages in Louisiana. They are down to 300 customers now. So they have really been working hard to get that taken care of after those storms come through, because it was a bunch of folks without it. California at this point has almost 15,000 people without power. So that's what's going on nationwide. So that's great for the good folks there in Louisiana as they get those that power back on. Today's going to be a great day. Now, as we bring up last night, I hadn't brought that up at all. When it comes to the debate, a lot more civil, wouldn't you think? Wasn't as bad there. I think one of the big takeaways as we put the survey out there last night of who do you think they won, overwhelmingly in our area, everybody was pointing toward Trump. I think I saw one that went with Biden on the questionnaire. But the takeaway that most folks was when he said, Biden, that he'd shut down those jobs in the oil and gas industry. I think that got attention. That was the one of the big takeaways from last night. If you had to say that there was one, that one surely rang a bell with so many folks in our area that do that for a living. Something to think about. Well, as we turn to talk about our good friends out at Freeman Tractor, they'll fix you up. If you are in the market for a lawnmower, they've got the great Skag. You've heard me talking about this for months now. They're great. Swing by today, take a look at them, see if there's one that you like. And, of course, they got a few X marks left as we get ready to end our grass season, hopefully before long, because it still goes into November. You know that as well as I do. And they can help you with yours. If you need a belt, you need some blades, you need a bolt, a battery, anything that's coming up for your mower. They've got a great service department, or you can fix it yourself there from the Freeman. Of course, great tractors, cab and air conditioners. If you're needing an LS, one of the best that's on the market there. Any size that you're looking for when it comes to those different horsepower for the job that you're looking for, from small to medium to the bigger sizes, see them. Plenty there. And, of course, they've got all of these great products that you can get for your bush hogs, accessories, any implement that you're looking for. They've got it for you probably there, sitting there, from box blades to getting yourself a disc. Sometimes they wear out or, well, you never had one. forks. They've got those hay forks, side blades there. And we move into the UTVs that are made in Texas there, the Benchy, 0% for 60 months. You can get these as the winter months come with air conditioning, heating. They have electric dump beds, so you don't have to get out and pull it up with your hand. You hit a button, and it raises and closes. See that particular model. You'll like that. Now, they've got the smaller versions, faster versions, whatever you're looking for there. With the open doors, you can get them with doors. Any color that you may have in your mind that you're looking for. That's the racing one there on the left. Dark green, light green, tan, white, camouflage. That's all there at the good folks at Freeman Tractor. See them today. They're in Cicalina, Highway 494. Again, thank you for spending part of your day with me here at Scotty Ray's Weather. As we approach November, December, we always have more rounds of tornadoes. We'll be here to be on top of the weather, street by street, should something break out. Again, thank you for watching me and Candace this morning as we start this Friday and head into the weekend.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by